We tested it for how long, Quinn? It had to be it was a long time. And
yeah, well, and I think also, our testing was a little bit iterative and sort of functional based as well. In the early stages, we had regular meetings throughout. In the early stages, those regular meetings would include, Steve and just coming in, setting up the laptop and saying, this is what we've done so far.
Right, and then we also, after that, after we kind of got into that rhythm, we started giving you simulator builds that you were then, I'm assuming you were showing that to the client, right?
Right.
Yeah, and then I think that helped a lot.
Yeah. And the first few versions, honestly, we didn't show to the client. And on that one, it was because while, those first few versions are still a little bit rough intentionally, not even like, it's the pieces are still coming together.
Yeah, well, we had started, we started implementation before the designs were even finalized. So we were building out the functionality prior to having the look and feel, which, you don't want to, the first thing you show to the client, they're going to be like, oh, that's what I'm getting.
Right.
So they didn't want to show it to that, to the end client too early because of that, until we actually started getting the real design assets in place.
Once we had the design assets in place, what we did is we would bring the iPhone to the meeting and we would project, and I would scroll through and we would go through all the design stuff, but we couldn't really have them use it from a functionality standpoint yet. So Quinn would talk all of that stuff through, and then after we got the thing working, we would kind of bring it in, and they would be able to test out certain buttons and stuff. But it was in stages. It wasn't like, here's the app, and now you have to.
And really, we could have released earlier builds to them. We didn't have anything in place that early in the